I guess at first, the issue of transsexual, transgender rights, no one really cared that much about it, except for those people, right? Let's say, just that small percentage of society. Most of society is like, those aren't my concerns. I don't give a fuck, kind of thing. I don't give a shit because the guy, the Caitlyn Jenners and stuff like that, that's like a small percentage of society. It's not a massive percentage. So cross dressers, transsexuals, transgenders, and so on. That's just a small percentage of society. It's not widespread. It's not widely accepted. It's not widely promoted, except maybe the Democrat Party, I suppose, but the far left wing of the Democrat Party. So Ben Shapiro is Jewish, and he would, he's just gonna be Mr. Israel, Mr. Jewish, and everything Israel and Jews. And so Matt Walsh kind of was the transgender, the protecting children against transsexualism. Like Tim Waltz, the tampon in the boys' restroom and all that stuff. Keeping boys out of female restrooms and locker rooms. So, yeah. I don't know what the guy Michael Knowles does, but I figure it's a separation of what the main topics. I mean, they all sort of at the Daily Wire talk about. Conservative pundits kind of most of the time talk about similar things, but in that particular outfit, the subject matters are delegated to, obviously, to the different parties, to the different personalities in the organization. So most people didn't give a crap. They were like, especially with adults, they're like, well, you're an adult. If you're 18, so you're an adult, so you can do whatever you want to. You may not like it when Jennifer dyes her hair green, but my God, she's got the right to do it. Right? Because it's America, man. Yeah. So everybody over 18, they can get piercings all over their face. They could dye their hair green. They could put tattoos all over their face. They could put tattoos all over their ass. It doesn't matter. It's their ass, right? It's their hair. It's their ass. It's their body. So most people just say, well, I don't know if the green hair and the tattoos all over your face is going to help you get a job or help you succeed in life, but my God, you have the freedom to do it, right? I mean, it is, after all, your life, your adult life. So it is, after all, your existence, and it's the only one that any of us are going to be able to have, as far as I know. If the 60-year-old guy wants to dye his hair blue, my God, it's America. It's a free country. If Bruce Jenner wants to become Caitlyn, and he's got the money to do the trans op surgeries, well, he can become a she after 18. Is the whole catch of that. That scenario is you have to be an adult to make heavy decisions like gender transition, to alter your identity and sexuality in such a way, in such an epic fashion. Yeah, so nobody was crying when some rich dude said, I think I've been a woman my whole life, and Bruce becomes Caitlin. He's a Olympic gold medalist, and he had millions and millions of dollars, and he was married to the Kardashians? Oh man, he had the money to do it. I'm Caitlin. Hi, I'm Caitlin. But it kind of sounds weird because it's a guy. So he's like, hi, I'm Caitlin. It kind of sounds strange. I guess he's a positive example of what could happen if you're already loaded. So I guess is that a positive example? If you're a multimillionaire, then you're like, and you're well presented and really mature like him, or I mean her, I guess. And so most people that say, most people don't dress in drag. Most men don't dress in drag, and most men don't cross-dress and dream of being a woman and putting on bras and panties and wearing high heels and putting on dresses. But some men out there are doing it, especially in the major cities, maybe out in the country. I don't know. There's these folks here and there, yeah, and they're enjoying themselves, putting on the lipstick and the eyeshadow, and they're having a good time. These transsexuals, these transgenders, and so on. I mean, I honestly think this transgender surgery, it sounds kind of expensive, It doesn't seem like an easy thing to do hormone replacement, then you have to do genital, physical alterations, and then you have to do hormonal changes and all that stuff. And you gotta get the right dress wear, and it just seems like a big hassle, right? You gotta get the right accoutrement, apparel for that sex, and then you have to play dress up and pretend, and it just seems like it takes too much effort. So at first there was no controversy because it was only a subsect of society was doing this, and they only lived in a certain part of town, and they stayed down there. They stayed down there in Houston, our section with the transsexuals is called Montrose. In Richmond, Westheimer, right? That's where So our male cross-dressers were down there in downtown Houston. So they probably have them at little spots in most major metropolitan cities where those folks hang out. Yeah. Those of the T community, of the LGBTQ plus IA. So I guess everything was honky-dory at first in society. So the men dressing up like women kind of floated through the public spaces here and there. And then it was just kind of like, oh, well, that's what he likes to do, I guess. And, and they had women that were lesbians and butch, You know, they used to call them dykes and all that. That would try to be like guys, and they would shave their head and say, "I'm a man," and you know, bulk up and all that stuff, and try to act like Kristen Stewart and look as unfeminine, infeminate as possible. Not feminine, unfeminine, yeah. Shaving their head, getting crew cuts, trying to look like dudes, trying to act like type alpha male dudes. You know, try to wear suits and man pants and man suits and suit pants and all that shit. So yeah, and society just said, well, that's what she likes to do. Yeah, that's the way she floats, you know. Yeah. You might see a girl and she has a crew cut like from the Marine Corps, and she's like dressing like a guy, but you can obviously see her breasts, right? You can obviously see she's got milk. She's got titties, and you know, you obviously know it's a female. You know what I mean, just by her design. But she doesn't want to live that way because she's a lesbian or whatever, and so she wants to make society think that she's Randy. I'm Randy, man. I'm a big tough dude. But no one really buys it. You just say, well, that's Darla. You know, that's Darla. She's acting like a dude. There's not much I can do for it. I mean, it's just, that's who she is. Boop. Well, that's America. And that's America. Putting up with other people doing shit that, well, you wouldn't do. Well, that's the heart of America, right? Putting up with people doing whatever the hell they want to, for the most part. Dressing the way they want to, choosing their sexual orientation, choosing their sex after 18, which is the important point. Choosing their tattoos, choose the life, choose the job, choose a career. And yada, yada, yada. The whole train spotting thing. Get a job, get a career, get a life, get a family, fall in love, have children, whatever. Make money, make peace, not war, blah, blah, blah. And then a lot of people dismiss this issue because it was either in the underground, so it wasn't mainstream embraced by the Democrat Party or the left. And then it was kind of like on the back burner, you know, like the biggest thing for the longest time that the left was what the LGBTQ rights activists were calling for was gay marriage. And then finally they got that in most states, I think. So at first, gay marriage was not accepted. Lesbian and gay marriage, same-sex marriages. And then finally, after many, many years of trying, I think it might be legal in all 50 states, I think. So they finally got their big victory. And cool. So they can live however they'd like. They can be gay, be free, be trans, be lesbian, be a horse if you want to. If you can make the horse alterations and take the horse chemicals. And so technology makes a lot of things possible. Maybe you can't become a horse or a dog, but you know, science is working on it. So there's some people already trying to be a bird and to be an ostrich and stuff like that. And there's somebody out there trying to be an elephant. There's somebody out there trying to be an alligator man or something. So yeah, they're out there. So where was the controversy? Where did it begin with these people? These people that choose alternative sexual and different lifestyles than the average person or persons, I suppose, in the United States. What was the red line that the leftists pushed? Well, it's very simple. They tried to push transgenderism on children. So before they were 18, before they had become adults. And so that's when the controversy, that's when the legal battles really started. It wasn't before when somebody was 18. Most of society would say, oh, well, Sarah's 18. If she wants to get a crew cut and transition to be a guy and, I don't know, grow a penis or however they put that together, penis and balls, and she wants to take testosterone, well, that's what, if Sarah wants to become Tom or Chastity Bono wants to become Chaz and they have the money, that's what they really want to do, then Sarah can become Tom or Chastity can become Chaz. And society just thinks, well, that's what he or she wanted. It's a free country if you're over 18. The controversy is messing with children. That's where the trouble starts. Yeah. So that's where the trouble starts in the country. Yeah. It's fine when everybody turned 18 and then you could choose who you want to be or what you look like or what your job is or what your education is or there's some things that people as adults can choose willingly. But it was not cool. It was not cool at all. Parents transing their children, allowing early sex changes, hormone blockers, sex change therapy to minors, to children. That's where society said, nope, that's too far. So, for what it's worth, what I think about it doesn't matter because eventually it comes down to the law of the land, which is the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. So, I can add my 2 cents to the topic, to the discussion, but ultimately this matter will be decided by the U.S. Supreme Court, the United States, the SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States of America. Yeah. So what did the transsexuals do that pissed off the public, society, writ large? Was it just wanting to transition? Over 18, you can do what you want to do. In some really leftist states like California, they allow gender transitions and hormone therapy and so on for minors. You know, not in Texas, obviously, but I'm talking about in far lefty California. I'm talking about California. California, they know how to poverty. All right. California, they know how to poverty. Yeah, there you go. So it's going to come down to people that uh, think that kids can decide something as serious as changing their sex, or it's going to come down to people like me and others that think that um, transing the kids is a form of child abuse on the children, on the boys and girls. So, and that fight's going to go all the way to the big court for sure, without a doubt. I think eventually. I don't know what case is going to go all the way to the Supreme Court, but it's going to be about. You see this in female volleyball, that a lot of the females on certain teams are forfeiting the games because they have a trans player on one of the other teams. Can a biological male be allowed to compete with females in sports if they say that they're a female, if they're sexually transitioning in a transgender person? Um, so what's the solution? Well, keep biological males out of female sports is yeah. I mean, if you just ban all biological males from female sports, you know, I guess the Supreme Court could rule that no biological males can participate in female sports. Period. Boom. An overall ban. Yeah, because I mean, even if you change your hormones to try to be a female, still you were born a male, so you're still gonna have broader shoulders. You're gonna have increased strength, extreme. You're gonna have enhanced upper body strength, like most males have. So yeah. So an all-around ban by the Supreme Court. I mean, the case could come down to if a transgender person rapes a young girl, like we have seen cases of this before, of a transgender kid, a male goes into the female restroom claiming to be a female, rapes a female, a real female, and then yeah, so that could be, you know, the United States Supreme Court versus that school district that allowed uh, trans the transgenders to go into the restroom and rape the girl or hurt the girl or whatever, you know, whatever the case unfortunately may be, somewhere in California or Portland or whatever kind of crazy liberal far left cities and states, probably in New York, California, Oregon, the left coast, or somewhere crazy. Um, Seattle, Washington, et cetera, et cetera. So this kind of case is probably going to happen there. where this kind of shit is allowed, this bullshit is allowed. So it's going to happen to somebody's daughter, unfortunately, that lives in California or Oregon or Washington State. But hey, you voted these people in. You know what I mean? So you voted these people in. You keep voting Democrat Party, this is the shit you're going to get. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Or Denver, Colorado. So it's either going to be that, or it's going to be like in California, a very famous child custody battle. So it'll be over a mom and dad disagreeing if their child can gender transition or gender affirming care, I guess is the Orwellian, the leftist term for it. So in a case of female sports, I think the Supreme Court will rule in favor of the girls, the real girls, and they'll probably place a ban on the biological males competing in female sports. A ban, that's nationwide ban. So, yeah. The way I look at biological males trying to compete in female sports, I think they're trying to gain a unfair advantage so they can get money, fame, accolades, medals, awards, and they don't have to work as hard, is basically. Because they have an unfair advantage because they're biological males, and they can typically whip. Strength-wise, agility, speed, they can usually whip the shit out of the female athletes just because they're stronger in their particular sport. They're more powerful. So we saw in the Olympics this issue come up when a male boxer beat the shit out of a female boxer. And but he was pretending he was a female. But the Olympics, the far liberal global world order, far left gay satanic Olympics, they decided to, they said, the Olympic Committee, that was okay, that a biological male can beat the crap out of a female if the biological male says he is a female. And that's not right. That should be illegal, but hey, we got a gay satanic Olympics now. So yeah, it's not the Olympics of old with standards and morality and all that stuff. It's a shit show. So I know the Supreme Court will do the right thing. I don't decide the laws in this country. That's legislators and the Supreme Court, the law of the land. So, but yeah, I think the problem with this sort of stuff is that it can easily spiral out of control. So that can harm children and harm people. And so the issue with this is not that people shouldn't have their rights and their freedoms to do with pretty much whatever they want to with their bodies. It's just, are they adult enough? Are they old enough to make that decision for themselves? And so a lot of times the answer is no if they're under 18. So that's really the problem, is that the left wants to indoctrinate and they want to control children and they want to harm children. And that will not be allowed in the United States of America. So adults can do everything legally that they want to and create whatever kind of character they want to of themselves and their identity, or what they want to forge into their identity. But they do not have the right to compete. Males do not have the right, biological males, to compete in female sports. So, or use female restrooms. So that's where society is going to draw the line. I suspect that's where the U.S. Supreme Court is going to draw the line. Yeah. Where is she? Huh?
I'm sorry.
What's up?
Did you want some bean and cheese nachos? I'm making some.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And also, you're recording National Treasure?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Why, is it too crowded on the deal?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting if you're interested in your country's laws, our country's laws. If you're interested in what those laws are, then so whether you're a lawyer or not, but if you're just interested in the rights and the laws of the people of the United States, then it'll be very interesting how the Supreme Court rules on transgenders in sports, so in female sports in particular. It'll be very, very fascinating. Yeah, so I look forward to see whatever those rulings are going to be in the future years. So yeah, God bless and best of success.